What's going on today, everybody? I'm back with another video, and as you guys can see behind me, got the big tank here and it's totally empty. And that's because we actually emptied out our 55-gallon tank, switched it out, and this is the 75-gallon tank. We've been waiting a while to get it because our Oscar is going to get too big for that 55-gallon, so we decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on the 75-gallon. But don't worry, we've been keeping my Oscar in a 10-gallon tank. We also have two other fish that we bought for him. One is a blue Acara and one is a blue polar parrot. And so far they're getting along really well with each other. But stay tuned, guys, because this video we're going to be setting up this big 75-gallon tank. It's going to be a good one. All right, everybody. So the first thing is we got us a big 5-gallon bucket, and all it has in it is our substrate, which is just a bunch of white sand with a lot of white gravel in it, and we're gonna put it in here. We're just gonna dump the whole bucket in there. Obviously we're gonna be really careful because we don't want to scratch the bottom of it, but we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna flatten it all out, make it look good. So that's what we're gonna do. That's step number one. All right, everybody, step number two is complete, and that's to fill it up with water, as you guys saw. Now, the water is really murky right now, but it's also fog on the glass, which makes it a lot harder to see in here. And it gets foggy because right now the outside temperature is about 40 to 50 degrees, and that's where the water is coming from. And this building that I'm in right now is around 70 to 75 degrees, so that's going to go away pretty quick, and it's obviously going to settle down and be a lot clearer. But we got a little bit of pushback from the hose right here, just a little mound. We're going to spread that back out, and it's all going to be looking good again before we put any fish in here. Now, step three is to put decor in here, which is one of my favorite parts about setting up a tank. And while this tank was getting up to the right level here, while we were filling it up, I did have time to clean off some of that, some fake plants, some bigger rocks, things like that. But stay tuned for step number three, guys, because it's one of my favorites. All right, everybody, so we're going to start decorating the tank. As you guys can see, it's still really murky. We got the filter going. That way, that'll get rid of that a lot quicker. But we're getting ready to put our decor in. So we got all of our fake plants here. We got our big piece of spiderwood. And then we got a bunch of rock structure here in this bucket. And every single time I've set up a tank, all of my fake plants have been on the right side and all of my rocks on the left side. So I'm thinking about switching that up this time and putting some of these plants over here and then some of the rocks that are in the bucket over here. And we're just going to mess with it a little bit and just see how it looks. All right, everybody. So as you guys see behind me, the decoration, I think for now, is complete. Starting off on the right side, we got a little bit of rock with that little cave there. I did end up putting those just back in the back just to kind of fill that little space, but got us a tiny little cave. And I ran into a little bit of a problem here with the spiderwood because it kept floating up to the top simply because it just wasn't very waterlogged. But that's what all these rocks right here are doing, are really holding that down. Then to finish it off, we got the cave with the little rock here to give it little 3D feel, and with those other two plants. But all together, I think it turned out really, really well, and I think I'm pretty happy for it right now. I do think maybe in the back corner there, I might change it up a little bit. Definitely, I'll move some of those rocks out from under that spiderwood when it gets good and waterlogged, where it'll stay down by itself. But other than that, all there is wait for it to clear, and we'll put some fish in here. So stay tuned, guys. That's part 4, final part, and obviously that's always the best part. All right, everybody, so it's the next day, and as you guys can see behind me, the tank is super clear. And we waited till this morning, that way the water would clear up just like it is right now, but also so it'll get to the right temperature before we put any of these fish in, because again, we don't want to shock any of these fish. But we're gonna go ahead and let's go put some fish in this tank. All right, everybody, so as you guys can see behind me, We got 3 bags. One of them is our blue polar parrot right here. One of them is our little electric blue acara, and the other is our Oscar. As you guys can see, I mean, he is getting really big, but we got these 3 little fish in this big old 75-gallon. They just now got put in for acclimating, so we'll wait about 15 minutes, and then we'll put them all in. Okay, guys, so we did end up putting these fish in here, and I tried to get them when we were taking them out of the bags, but that footage just didn't come out very well. They were acclimating for about 15 to 20 minutes, but to start off, we got Moby right here in the very back. He's doing really well. Oscars tend to just kind of lay there in one spot until they get comfortable, and he's a little bit stressed, but for the most part, he's will be doing really good. And then next, you guys saw our blue polar parrot. And then we have a blue acara that's back here behind this rock, but you guys just can't really see him. And that's really going to be it, guys. That's just put in this tank for right now. I do think that with this being a 75, we have a lot more room to put more fish in here. Obviously, these fish are going to get bigger. Moby's going to get to about the 10 to 14-inch range. And both the parrot and the blue acara are going to get to about the 4 to 6-inch range. But other than that, guys, I mean, I really want to know what you guys think I should do with this tank. Comment some suggestions down below. If you guys want to see more fish, maybe I get another blue acara, something like that. Or if you guys want to see a completely new fish. And as well, also comment on for the 10-gallon, what I should do there. I don't know if I want to do a bunch of little schooling fish or if I want to do one centerpiece fish. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Make sure if you guys like these videos, go down, check out the rest of my channel. Subscribe while you're doing that. Like this video, turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss any video that I post. Have a happy holidays, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later.